My boyfriend bought his girl best friend an inappropriately expensive gift for her birthday, and now I can't help but feel there's more going on between them, but I don't just want to assume the worst. My boyfriend, 27M, of 11 months has a best friend, a girl best friend. I, 27F, have been totally fine with this from the beginning because she was here before me and they've been friends since college. Although, I feel it's important to add that they've never had the chance to date because they were both in relationships when they met. She's also been single for the past 3 months. Her birthday is this Friday and my boyfriend wanted to get her something really special. I thought that was sweet of him until I realized what he had bought her. Now I feel like it's extremely inappropriate, and at the risk of sounding like a total beach, I want him to take it back. He claims she's been wanting this specific necklace from Tiffany's forever, so he bought it for her. He refused to tell me how much he spent on it, but I found an identical one on their website and it cost $250. Here it is. To put it mildly, my boyfriend's really excited to give it to her. He says it's also a thank you gift for helping get him through a couple crappy semesters at graduate school. She's extremely smart and was in the same program. Okay, fine, but a necklace? Why not a gift card or something less romantic? She wants to have a friend date with him on Thursday as an early birthday celebration, so he's taking her out for lunch or dinner on Thursday, which means they're going to get drunk. I've never had a problem with this girl, but I don't like how close they are. She's always been nice to me, but I can't help but feel like they might have some underlying feelings for each other. How can I solve this? Perhaps, I could suggest to him that we both get her something and then have him take back the necklace while we still have time? Any ideas? Update, 2 days later. First of all, thank you so much for all the support on my prior post. I can't believe how many comments I received. I had a sit-down talk with my boyfriend this afternoon. He was very supportive and understanding, for the most part. I explained my feelings to him regarding the Tiffany heart necklace, and he immediately agreed to return it. He seemed really disappointed over it, but he said he understood where I was coming from. So what we were going to do was buy her something together as a couple. We had already come up with a list of ideas and planned to go shopping tomorrow until the friend date. This is where things got ugly. I explained that I was uncomfortable with the situation because I said I felt like she had feelings for him, which he disagreed with. I asked him if it was okay if I came along and he said, probably. But I should tell her first. So I told him to text her and ask if it was okay, which he did right in front of me. Immediately, she replied, I guess, with a sad face. As we were sitting there talking, she sent a second text that said, why can't it just be you and me? He replied and said he wanted me to come with them, which seemed to piss her off because the next thing she sends is, weird. So if I invite you to the concert next month, it better be just you and me. I already bought you a ticket. He responds and says he can't promise anything. Next thing you know, she texts, great. So in other words, your girlfriend's being a beach and not letting you see me alone. I have to go to work. We'll talk tonight. The heck? This just proves she's a snake. I told my boyfriend I wasn't going to put up with it and that he needs to start making some hard decisions. Immediately, he agreed and said he'd fix things. He said he'd end the friendship if he had to in order to keep me. So I guess they're going to meet up and talk tomorrow. Oh, and screw her birthday. Final update, 1 day later. I apologize in advance if this comes out to be a huge freaking mess. It turns out, he's not as innocent as I had previously thought, and now I look like a freaking fool here. Last night, I stayed at his place and we talked some more. He said he was going to return the necklace first thing this morning. Well, he lied. I went over to his place on my lunch hour and the damn thing was still laying on his nightstand. He claims he forgot to take it back and will have to do it later. In my gut, I felt like he was stalling me, and I was right. As I mentioned in my prior post, my boyfriend and his best friend were going to have a talk today. I honestly believed he was going to distance himself from her and explain to her that her actions were inappropriate. Well, that didn't happen. After 2 hours without hearing anything from him, I texted him to find out what was going on because I wanted to see him tonight after their talk. He responded and said he just wanted to have a night to himself. Right away, alarm bells are going off in my head because he's sending me short texts and is barely answering any of my questions. I told him his evasive behavior was really beginning to worry me, and he replied, I'm sorry. I'm just confused. I texted back, what do you mean you're confused? Confused about what? He took forever to respond but eventually admitted he was confused about our relationship. Instead of fighting over text, I went over to his place to figure out what the problem was. After lots of arguing, he finally gave me the truth. Apparently, during their talk this afternoon, she told him she's had feelings for him since college and it's gotten to the point now where it's hard for her to be around him. I asked him if the feelings were mutual and he replied, I don't know, in other words, yes. I asked what else was said during this talk and he said she basically feels bad because she feels like she's ruining our relationship and getting in between us. Well, you don't say. That's when he brought up the idea of us possibly going on a break so he can sort their friendship out. I told him I would never agree to something like that because it just gives him a license to sleep with her, which brought up my next point. I asked if he ever cheated on me with her and suddenly he became very defensive. He said they only fooled around back when he was single. Funny how he never mentioned that before. I told him I didn't believe him because of how defensive he was. He then admitted that she kissed him during their talk but he pulled away after a couple of seconds because he felt bad. But that's all that happened. Yeah, I'm not stupid. Even if it was just a kiss, he should have made it clear to her that he wasn't interested. Not this I don't know if I have feelings for her bull crap. At that point, I told him we were done, our relationship is over. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone I cannot trust. He didn't even fight for me. All he did was apologize and said he didn't mean to hurt me. Whatever. It's all bull crap. All the signs were there but I chose to ignore them. The flowers, the watch, the heart necklace, the way she acted around him, etc. All the signs were there. I'm really trying to look at the bright side. I know I deserve better. I already feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. My relationship wasn't going anywhere, especially with her in the picture, and I should have ended it earlier. I can't believe I couldn't see it before, but I'm extremely grateful that this happened now and not a couple years down the road when we were engaged or something. I have plenty of great friends and family to lean on for support, so everything will be fine. I'm moving on for good. Thank you everyone for your help over the past couple of days. It's been really therapeutic writing all of this stuff down.